Hello, everyone. Welcome to the pause button. We're back. I want to explain something. We were supposed to be on 2 weeks ago, and I made the executive decision to just delay the show because the Honorable Judge Stern, he was working overtime. He had extra cases, and the show is not the same without him. So I thought we'll do the show in 2 weeks. And so, yes, the judge is here today. I'm so happy about that. And I'm so grateful about that. How's that for a tie-in? We're going to talk about gratitude today. And I'm calling this episode, What a Wonderful World. I love that Louis Armstrong song. And, it's all about perspective. We can always find something to be grateful for. Always, always, even if it's one thing. But it will be a multitude of things if we really, really think about it. And for me, it really does shift our perspective. I mean, it shifts my perspective, definitely. If I'm starting to look at, here's a prop, if I'm looking at this glass of water and I'm looking at the empty space, just to shift perspective to the actual water, glass half full, glass half empty. It really, really helps to look at what we do have and to be grateful for what we do have. And I really think that it's kind of an elixir, or it is an elixir. Why do I say kind of? It is. And, gratitude it's a big, big topic. And, is it an emotion? Is it a thought? Is it everything all in one? So what I did is, as I always do, I write up an official definition for what we're going to talk about. And, who better than to read the official pause button definition of gratitude than the Honorable Judge Stern. All rise.
Thank you. Thank you. Very grateful that you explained the situation from the last time. Anyway, the official pause button definition of gratitude reads as such. Gratitude can be defined as an affirmation of goodness in the world and the people or things that are the source of such goodness. It can be followed, though not exclusively followed by, a reciprocal act of kindness. And might I add, I must proclaim my gratitude for my cheese grater. It not only grates cheese at lightning speeds, wow, but it also allows me to grate potatoes, other vegetables, and citrus peels. For this, I am ever grateful. I hope that didn't grate on your nerves, that little pun I did there.
Oh, no, Judge, that was great. If I may say so myself, I am always, always so grateful for you going above and beyond with the theme of the day.
You sounded like Tony the Tiger there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Remember that commercial?
Right.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm very old, so I just remember Tony the Tiger from my youth.
Yeah. Now I want to see a Frosted Flakes commercial. I'm going to have to YouTube that later. But anyway, thank you so much, the Honorable Judge Stern, and we will see you back a little bit later.
Always happy to help.
Love the judge. So what we're going to do today is, I'm going to have a music video like how I always do. It's around the theme of gratitude. We've got a little role play, and then I'm going to share with you. It's just a really cool exercise. Sometimes we'll do a guided meditation toward the end of the show. And this one, you can have your eyes open. You could be doing the dishes. You could be, sitting down with your eyes closed. In other words, it doesn't matter. But it's a very cool research-based kind of exercise. So, okay, to intro the song of the show, or the song of the day, I should say, there's a really, really good quote that to me really just kind of explains the underlying theme to the song I'm going to play, which is Rising Tide, a song of mine that was on Happy Fish and Other Delights. And I love this quote. It's by Melody Beattie, or it might be Beatty. I don't know, but her last name is spelled Beattie, Melody Beattie, let's say. And the quote for gratitude is, "Gratitude makes sense of your past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow." I just love that. In fact, I'm going to read it again. Gratitude makes sense of your past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. And that really is the underlying theme in the song you were about to hear. And before Renee rolls the video, I have to give like oodles and oodles of gratitude to Troy Moore, who is a brilliant musician, brilliant songwriter. He is also a brilliant visual artist and video maker. He just does everything. He's like a Renaissance man. He did the lyric video for this song, and I'm so grateful for that. So why don't y'all sit back and enjoy Rising Tide. 2, 3.
Haze to plow through, and it's just the old, same old. I won't hold on, whether weak or strong. I go far and wide with the rising tide through the great divide. I will fly. Ooh. can change course with a turn, with wings once burned or that have died. When she does rise with the sunlight, wingspan far and wide, surfs the rising tide over the great divide. She does fly.
To learn a little more about the wonderful world of gratitude, let's listen in on Professor Know-It-All's classroom.
All right, settle down now, class. According to a Greater Good Science Center and UC Berkeley study, gratitude is not just a cultural construct confined to the human species. In fact, pay attention now, please. Behavior studies of fish, birds, and other wildlife shows that gratitude is not exclusive to humans. Gratitude is deeply embedded in the DNA of all living creatures as a means of survival and reciprocal altruism.
Excuse me, Professor Know-It-All, but what is reciprocal altruism?
Good question. Reciprocal altruism is a mechanism that turns total strangers into friends and allies who are likely to help one another.
Excuse me again, Professor, but can you put this in another way? I didn't have my coffee this morning.
Of course. Gratitude is universal and is a social glue among all living species.
I'm not very social, so what's in it for me to practice gratitude?
I'm saved by the bell. I will have to return you to the host of the show now. Perhaps she can answer your question better than I could.
Why, thank you, Professor. There are so many benefits to practicing gratitude, and I narrowed the benefits into a top 5 list. So let's roll the video that shows us the top 5 benefits of practicing gratitude. Beginning with 5, overall well-being. It just creates a better sense of overall well-being. Number 4, resilience. We can rebound quicker from upsetting events. And 3, overall health, and especially heart health. There's a lot of research about how gratitude really helps the heart. And 2, positive recall. We just begin to recall things in a more positive light. And the number 1 benefit of practicing gratitude is that it calms our nerves. We can do the happy dance there, like that little angel there. I love finding those little things online. And I know Renee would appreciate the little dancing angel there. So yeah, there are so many benefits to practicing gratitude. And, you know, we've all heard this. I know Oprah talked about it a lot, how many decades ago in gratitude journaling, for a very good reason, because it really does help our quality of life. We really will be happier, more positive, more resilient. And I love the research about how it really does help boost the immune system. And it's good for heart health, especially for us women with heart health. So those are at least the top 5 benefits. There's so much more. But I really would like to move into talking about the research about what you can do, how to, as I like to say, negate the negative. Let's say you have, one negative thought. It just I can't. Just a general thought would be, okay, I suck. Okay, so that is a negative thought, right? I suck. So the research shows, John and Julia Gottman have done about 40 years of research on this. With one negative thought of I suck, you have to come up with 5 positives. What are 5 things that you are grateful for? What are 5 things that you appreciate? So let's say that I'm thinking, okay, I suck, which, there's moments when I'm telling that to myself. So what are 5 things that I'm grateful for? One is certainly that I can express myself creatively and musically when words do fail me. I am very grateful for the quality of friendships that I have. I am very grateful for the fact that my heater's working. We had a freeze last night here in Georgia, and I was so grateful and appreciative that my heat was working. I am very grateful for chocolate. It makes me very happy. That's 4. I've got to come up with 5. I am very grateful and appreciative that it is not raining. We've had so much rain in Georgia, and actually the sun is out, and I'm so grateful for that. So just doing those 5, it really does help extinguish that one negative thought. It can be any type of negative. So John and Julia Gottman, 40 years of research, they call it the 5-to-1 ratio. With 5 positives, extinguish 1 negative. And so this guided meditation coming up will guide you through. And it's just something you can do at any time, and it really works. Again, I never share anything on the show that I haven't tried myself. So I know that this works, and it is about a 4-minute exercise. So Renee, you can roll the meditation, and you all enjoy.
Now your eyes can be open or closed, and you do not need to be sitting still at all during this. All you need to do is breathe. And as you breathe, you begin to bring your awareness to present, where you are now, just simply noticing where you are at this time. And where you are at this time is simply where you are. All life experiences have brought you here now, and nothing needs to be done but breathe. And as you breathe, for a very brief time, very brief, think of something or someone that hurt you, or maybe a thought you have about yourself that causes you pain. Whatever negative comes to mind. Now, begin to identify one thing you are grateful for right now. Just one thing. Name a second thing that you are grateful for right now. In this moment, think of a third thing that you are grateful for. A fourth thing. And a fifth thing that you are grateful for right now. And begin to see those beautiful things in your mind. And you may notice color or sound, smell, taste, or touch. Those 5 beautiful things in your life that you are savoring right now. And you can feel those things and just breathe it all in. Those 5 things that you are grateful for right now. You could list them in your mind or say them out loud, forwards and backwards. You could write them down on paper or draw them out. Just simply acknowledging and celebrating these 5 beautiful things in your life brings joy. And you may begin to feel lighter, maybe some compassion or love, or a greater awareness of what you do have. A greater awareness of what you do have. And what we do know is that by simply practicing gratitude, by naming 5 things, you are feeling better. You're deepening resilience, giving a boost to your physical health and your heart, seeing things from a positive light and calming your nerves. It is that simple. And all it takes is 5 positives for 1 negative to bring some lightness to you. Much needed lightness for you. And you can practice this 5-to-1 exercise anytime, and you could be having a bad day and it won't erase everything. But gratitude will always create a small and bright spark, a small yet bright light to make the view better and your life better.
There's that quote again. Love that quote. So that was a short and sweet, just kind of not necessarily a guided meditation, but a guided exercise. So with, let's say somebody hurts your feelings, or like I said in the meditation, or you have a negative thought, all you have to do is just think of 5 things that you are grateful for, 5 things that you appreciate. And it could be about life, it could be about other people, it could be about yourself. There's just so many wonderful things that our minds can conjure up. And the great thing about the more that we practice gratitude, the more we just begin to see our lives through that lens. Again, it's what we do have, and being grateful for what we do have, and feeling that humbleness, which is so important. So I am wondering if anybody in the audience there would like to share if they have any 5 positives. Hello, Greg Gannon. A great moment of Zen. I try. Yeah, that's why I call it the pause button. We all need that type of, just to kind of go, that moment of Zen. Sandy D is grateful for Fred and Frank. I like your thumbnail picture. Ruby. Okay, Ruby, so you say I'm screwed, and you say that too much. So can you think of 5 positives just off the top of your head? Reciprocal altruism should be a band name, a progressive band name. Yeah, really. Progressive fusion band. Such a fancy term, isn't it? Oh, thank you, John Phipps. John, I am so grateful for you. I'm going to brag on you. John was in town for the BLT Fest 2 on Sunday, and we didn't rehearse. And he joined me on stage for 2 songs on his guitar. And oh my God, he just made my song sound just so much better. So grateful for you, John. And I'm so grateful that you faced that fear of getting on stage and just winging it. Is Troy? No, Troy is not hiding in. Do you mean my sofa cushions? No, he is not. So what are y'all grateful for? Just name 5 things. You don't have to talk about the negative. What are the 5 positives? I know I talked about mine, one of mine being chocolate, and I got some chocolate right here. Greg Gannon, roof over my head, food for my belly, good friends, my guitar, and my job. life is good, right? Sometimes that is all we need. I love that. I love that, love that, love that. Yeah, good to see you here, Greg. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Renee, I was wondering if you wanted to chime in here. Um,
Well, I have to use chocolate, of course, because
I'm gonna hit
particularly
you.
dark chocolate, which is actually good for you. You know, the less sugar that's in it is the better. I'm
Mhm.
also grateful that we have power and that I'm able to do this. We're having a major blizzard up here, so very grateful.
Wow.
Grateful for the community, which you were a main part of course, and Tom Cheshire down there. Of course, I wasn't able to be there, but I was so elated to see
Um,
the community that we have all built over these 3 years. And
mhm.
anyone who wants to see some of that can go on the KMH page. I think most of it is there, right?
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah. Tom was filming everybody. I mean, he was just, yeah, just amazing that whole evening. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And we had CJ Peters and Tom Cheshire, of course, were on Burn It Down last night, and we talked all about everybody down there, including you, Diane, of course.
I have to catch the replay.
You got to catch it, yeah. So definitely community, and and also that for whatever freedoms that we do have. I look at Iran and what they're going through. I look at what Ukraine is going through. I'm just happy that we have some kind of relative stability right now in the country, because so many people do not.
Isn't that the truth? Yes. Yeah. Was that 5? I wasn't counting. I think that was 5.
I think it was 5. Yes.
Okay. You get yourself some dark chocolate.
Oh
I've
yes.
got a I've got a
Yeah.
Godiva here.
Oh, show it to me. Oh man, I love it. I
Oh,
love it. Yes, and somebody
yeah.
said they wanted to know more about fighting meditation. More exciting than regular meditation. Was that a joke?
A fighting meditation. Well, I'll get right on that. Oh, here's my kitty cat.
Bridget, Jet does have something here.
Let's see. You all get to see my snuffles here. She's hungry. Bridget, my warm apartment with all amenities working. Oh, a bowl of soup warming in the oven. Spared from flood. And oh, that's right, because you're in California. You've been spared from all the flood. Oh, your neighbors, Robbie and Marcos, this broadcast. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy D. My kids, my family, our community, my friends, my pets, music. Speaking of pets, we're just very freeform here today, folks. This is my cat Snuffles, who actually has cancer, but she's responded incredibly well to her treatment, and she is still with me, and she's gaining weight, and she, I guess, just wanted to say hello. So grateful for, oops, she's caught on my sweater. Somebody said to not mention squirrels, and I wonder who that is, that it would ruin the vibe. M says, I'm just so grateful for so much right now. I'm here in the world still. Yeah. Again, life is good. Life is good. It just depends on how we look at it. I'm wondering, the judge had a really good point. I'm wondering if we can just bring the judge back on before we start to close out here. There you are. Oh, I always feel like I have to talk real stern when you come on the.
You don't have to. I'm wearing a T-shirt today. So
You're cash.
I'm in casual wear for a judge. I had a question. Why is it that we don't spell the word grateful GREATFULL? Grateful.
I love that question.
I think it had something to do with the Grateful Dead. I think they changed it. But anyway.
No. Those hippies.
That's my take on it. What am I grateful for? My wife, my daughter, whom I'm very proud of, my friends, especially the friends that I've made in the last couple of years who are very special. My social media shows, I'm very grateful for those. Not many people can say that they do that. And YouTube. Yeah. I'm grateful for YouTube.
What would we have done? What do we do without YouTube? You know what? I YouTubed how to fix my clock earlier today, and I learned how to fix a clock.
Yes, it's informative, it's entertaining, and I have a feeling that it's going to be the museums of tomorrow. I mean, people will be watching videos that people did 200 years before on YouTube.
Oh my God!
On a wall in their living room.
When you put it that way, you think 200 years from now. I wonder how freaky we're all going to look to people in 200 years from now.
Again, it's a time capsule. People can watch things from generations before, and again, in 200 years, it's probably still going to be there. That's my guess.
Yeah,
just as strong. And again, it'll be an archive for people to watch. Things that were done hundreds of years ago when the internet was young.
Yeah, really. Isn't that the truth?
So I'm very grateful for that.
And me too. Thank you so much, Judge. Did you have any parting thoughts before we close out with your
I'm good.
Wisdom?
Again, very grateful for all that's around me right now.
I am very grateful that the judge keeps his wig in such amazing condition. I mean, it's just amazing. It
amazes me too.
Because you've had that wig a long time.
I have. And luckily it doesn't smell.
What's the secret?
Beats me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Judge. And thank you all so much for tuning in, for commenting. I can't wait to look back and read your comments and respond. And again, I'm going to read this quote one more time just because I love it. Gratitude makes sense of your past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. I am so grateful to have this opportunity. It's just so much fun to do these shows, and, it takes a lot of planning and work and all that, but I just love it because I'm just very grateful for this opportunity, and working with Renee and working with the judge, Rory, who are just so wonderful to work with. I'm very grateful for them both and for their friendship. And hey, I will see you all in a couple weeks. I'm going to take a little, let's just say with spring coming, there's going to be a bit of a spring theme. And I know some of you are in snowstorms, and yeah, we had freezing temperatures, but let's think positively that spring is coming. So we'll focus on that the next time on the pause button. So I'll see you all in a couple weeks. Bye.